with that, one of the principles, paying off your debt, living a debt-free life is one of the money principles that is proven over time to keep people rich. It's them paying off their debt. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about paying off debt. Dang, we 2 for 3 on the Ramsey. Ramsey talking that money. I'm telling y'all. That's why he on here. We 2 for 3 for Ramsey. Let's.
What's up, guys? George Kamel here, and today we're talking about the hands-down absolute best way to pay off your debt, and that is the debt snowball method. Now, people...
Yeah, they like that debt snowball method. I know they not only gonna talk about debt snowball method. It's not my favorite because it's not the quickest. It's the most emotionally effective way for you to pay your debt off. Like I said, y'all know I don't like having that emotional attachment all the time to the money that you have. So the snowball method is an emotionally friendly way to pay your money off. And it's good. It's butter. It's great to follow. Let's continue.
People who use this method, on average, are debt-free in just 18 to 24 months. Why? How? Because
that was going to be me, y'all. I'm not using the debt snowball. You're going to talk about the one I'm using. But that was going to be me. And now I got to get a car. I'm pissed by my car wanted to. Dang!
actually works. Unlike the ice cream machine at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It's broken. So today we're going to go over the debt snowball method and how it works so you can start knocking out your debt as fast as humanly possible. Then you'll finally be able to start saving and investing for your future. And who knows, maybe one day you'll have enough money to buy your own McDonald's franchise and fix the dadgum ice cream machine. What's a guy got to do to get a Shamrock shot?
All right, let me tell y'all about the McDonald's machine, because I definitely heard about that. Just real quick, it's not broken. It just need to be clean. So if you want dirty ice cream, continue complaining about it being broken. I'd rather them tell me it's broken. But, yeah, back to this debt snowball.
Shake with his Happy Meal, huh? Is it that difficult? And speaking of happy, you know what would really put a smile on this bearded baby face? If you just hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to this channel so you never miss another one of our delicious McVideos.
Thanks for the shout out. Do that for me.
I'll stop. You can't just add Mick in front of things, okay? It's not funny. It's childish and it's immature. And it's copyrighted.
McLovin? What kind of a stupid name is that, Fogel? What, are you trying to be an Irish R&B singer?
All right, there's a ton of conflicting advice out there about the best way to pay off debt. Some people are pushing debt consolidation, which is where you combine your debts into one giant payment by taking out another loan to pay off your existing debts. That's a big nope from me.
Nope. Yeah, nope.
Think about this for a second. We're gonna use more debt to pay off debt. Yeah, not a good idea. You're just shuffling your debt around, okay? You're just moving stuff to the junk drawer instead of actually cleaning it out. So what you need is a plan to pay that junk off. We'll need Bob to voice that. Pay that junk off. Pay that junk off. Okay, a little more aggressive than I would have liked, but the point was taken. So there are two main ways people choose to pay off their debt. One is what's known as the debt avalanche method. Sounds epic, right?
All right, that's what I use, y'all. I use the debt avalanche method. Debt avalanche method. That's what I use. I'm gonna just let them explain it. It's no reason for me to. It's no reason for me to. He gonna do it. That's why I'm doing this. I ain't gotta explain it. Like I learned it. I'm gonna say they gonna teach it to you. I'm gonna just leave my comments on it. Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. The debt avalanche method. That's what it sounds like, y'all. It's aggressive, and I like that.
Avalanches. Wrong. With the debt avalanche, you pay your debts off in order from highest interest rate to lowest interest rate.
You heard him. You pay the highest interest rate first, and you pay it down until you get to your lowest interest rate. That's the one I like. He gonna tell you why. Highest interest rate first. This would be, I'm telling y'all right now, your credit cards, your payday loans. That's number one. That's your first one. Paying your highest interest rate first. Your 30% credit cards that y'all like to carry over. That's crazy. It's crazy. pay that joint off. Your highest interest rate first, down to your low little 2% interest rates.
Regardless of the balance. Now, this might sound like smart math, but here's why it's not. Debt isn't really a math problem, is it? It's a behavior problem. And if you want to change your behavior and get out of debt, you need to stay motivated. And we're not debt-paying robots.
See, that's what he's saying. Like, I'm not all the way sometimes emotionally encouraged by things. Sometimes for me, it's just having that system down packed. But it's about knowing who you are in your behaviors that would affect which method you pick. Like he said, the debt snowball or the avalanche. For me, I don't need that emotional attachment of seeing debt disappear all immediately. You know, I'm cool with knocking down the biggest things that are taking from my income first. Like, let's be real. I could use the snowball and be feeling good about, me going. But more or so for me, it's having that system in place of where I'm paying this amount every month anyway. So it doesn't matter how fast I pay it off. It's going to take the same amount of time. So why not pay my biggest interest off first? It's the biggest thing taken from me.
We're humans. We have feelings and faults and the occasional urge to finance a Ford Focus.
Hocus pocus, there's pizza on your Focus.
So the way that you pay off your debt has to take this into consideration. And that's why the debt snowball method is the best way to do it. Like I said,
for most people, yes, I will agree. The debt snowball is a great method for you. I don't even think he talked about it yet. Yeah, he's still talking about the debt avalanche. But the snowball would be for you because it hits a lot of, woo. It does that very easy. You will feel motivated from paying that off. But to me, if you have a budget and you're spending the same amount each month, on paying yourself first, it's no reason for you to be feeling the highs and lows all the time. I'm going to spend that money on paying my debt off every month, no matter what. So who cares if it's the lowest interest, the smallest amount of money first so that I can just see it going. I care about what's taking the most from my pockets.
Said earlier, people who use this method on average are debt-free in just 18 to 24 months. And it's not just Dave Ramsey and me saying this, it's also researchers from the Harvard Business Review. This is a proven method that just works, okay? Don't try to fix it, it ain't broken. So how does the debt snowball method work? Well, to put it simply, you pay off your debts in order from smallest to largest balance,
See? Hold on, I want him to finish that.
regardless of the interest rate,
Regardless of the interest rate. Let me get that back up. Smallest balance to largest balance, regardless of the interest rate, is your snowball method. Highest interest rate to lowest interest rate regarding the balance is the avalanche method. So you have two methods that are shown to work. One just hits your emotional high more often than the other does. And that's the snowball method. That's why the snowball method works for most Americans, for most people in general, is because it gives you your emotional high, your feeling about it. You'll actually be seeing a lot of debt get knocked out because it's your smallest balance. You may have like $1,000 2% loan, and you paid that off. Woohoo. You got some debt off, I congratulate anybody. I don't care how you do it. I don't really care how you do it. Just get the money out of there. That's woohoo. To me, that little 2% that it was taking, they still taking 30% on the credit card. So I'm gonna go with the avalanche. Boom, over the snowball. But the snowball works for most people. Let's
The
continue.
largest balance, regardless of the interest rate, which gives me flashbacks to high school dodgeball. Because as the smallest one, I was the easiest to take down, but I put up a heck of a fight. Now, once that smallest debt is paid off, you take that entire amount that was going toward that debt and apply it to the next smallest debt on your list.
And that's why you snowballing. Y'all hear that? Y'all like the snowball? Y'all like how that snowball just happened? The first thing you do is you pay all your you gotta pay this. Your principal, you gotta pay this. You just knocked out that, so the amount that you had to pay monthly for that can be rolled over into the next one. Bam, knock that out. And the one after that can be rolled over into the next one. Bam, knock that out. Like I said, that works if you have like certain things going on. But for me, it didn't make sense because I've been paying the same amount, the same fixed amount on paying off debt since the day, the same whatever percent of my check has been gone to pay debt off across the board on a flat rate. I don't just roll those principles over because I don't see it would be me spending more money. But basically, I avalanche.
And as you do this, you gain momentum as you knock out each remaining balance, like a big, beautiful snowball rolling down a freshly frosted hill. Next thing you know, bada bing, bada boom, you're debt-free. So let's recap. Here's the debt snowball in 4 easy steps. Step 1, list your debts from smallest to largest, regardless of interest rate. Step 2, make minimum payments on all of your debts except for the smallest one. Step 3, throw as much extra money as you can onto that smallest debt until it's gone. Step 4, repeat until each debt is paid in full.
Nah, bring that back. Let's go. Y'all, all right, there you go. It's right there for y'all to see. Step 1, list your debts from smallest to largest, regardless of interest rate. It's all about the size of your debt. That way you can get to rolling. You feel me? Step 2, make the minimum payments on all your debts except the smallest. So your $5,000, your $2,000, your $500, your $100, you got to pay all the minimum payments on all those other ones first. Pay all that. And then on that smallest one, this is step 3, throw all the extra money you have at it. Throw all the extra money that you have at that. Throw all the extra money that you have at it. And what's going to happen is once you pay that off, the principal that you would have been paying on that, you now can just roll all of that over like a snowball. And you just keep repeating that until it's paid in full. Y'all, this is really simple. I think it's that simple. 4 steps have literally told you that. It can seem that simple, but you need a budget to be able to do this. I'm telling you. You need a budget in able to do this. It's a few steps, other than just this. You need your budget first. You're going to have to do it.
Repeat until each debt is paid in full. Now, before you jump in the comments and start yapping about interest rates, let me just say, I don't want to hear it. That's the debt avalanche method, and we've already talked about it. Again, this is not just about math. It's about behavior, about actually following through all the way to the finish line. You need those quick wins. You need that momentum. Think about it.
See, like you said, the quick wins, the jazz, the knockouts. That's what you're getting when you do that snowball method, which is great. It don't matter how you paying off that debt. As long as you're doing it, you're a winner in my book.
If your largest debt is a student loan with a high interest rate, do you know how long it's going to take to put a significant dent in that giant balance? And I think it's going to be a long, long time. Yeah, that's right, Rocket Man. You're not going to feel like...
Yeah, you won't see it a lot of times, but it is subtracting, It is subtracting. You are getting closer and closer to becoming debt-free. You just won't get, like he said, the quick hits, the emotional wins. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get that. That's just up front.
Like you're winning for a long, long time. But when you use the debt snowball method, you get...
Delayed gratification. That's a great way to say it. That avalanche method can be delayed gratification. But you know, it just is what it is. Delayed gratification. Learn to love that. Delayed gratification.
Get quick wins sooner. You pay off that smallest debt super quick, you're gonna be jumping up and down like a Trekkie who just met William Shatner at Comic-Con. That debt is out of your life forever. And that gives you something magical called hope and motivation and progress. And then you're on to the next one, and the next, and the next. And suddenly you're putting hundreds of dollars a month toward your debts instead of tiny little minimum payments. And trust me,
I like where they're coming with that, but like I said, for me, I have the same set amount because it's my budget that goes into paying off debt. So it doesn't go up. That snowball effect is not working in my favor. Like the avalanche method is working in my favor. So
when you see that snowball actually working, you'll be more likely to stick to it and become debt-free faster. You see, when it comes to debt payoff, you want to be fast and furious, but you don't want to Tokyo drift back into debt. The debt snowball method is a cornerstone of the Ramsey baby steps, which is the plan that I followed to go from negative net worth to net worth millionaire. When I started this plan, I had $40,000 in consumer debt between my student loans and my credit cards. And after 18 grueling months of budgeting and living on less than I made and side hustling and Ubering and lifting and selling stuff and eating rice and beans, or in my case, lean cuisines, I paid off all $40,000 of my consumer debt using the debt snowball method. So consider this a testimonial. This stuff works. And here's a fun fact.
it does work, y'all. All that stuff definitely works. It's beautiful. I'm telling you, to me, it's been beautiful seeing my debts go down. It's been beautiful. And it's all my student loan debt will be gone, and then I'll just have a new car. I hate life sometimes. It's just, it threw that curveball at me, but it's alright. I won't be debt free, but I'll be student loan debt free. And I'm going to say woohoo to that.
You're using EveryDollar, which is the budgeting app that I use, it makes this super easy for you. Because when you're entering your debts, it automatically puts them in the right order for you from smallest to largest. One less brain calorie to burn. I get a lot of questions about the debt snowball method, so I want to address some of those now in this video.
All right, let's go ahead and end that off right there. He's already did all the educating that needs to go down. Snowball method. Your lowest amount to your highest amount. Regardless of that interest rate, just pay your lowest off. Pay all your minimums. Put all that rest to the smallest. Pay that off. Snowball it down. Avalanche method is the exact opposite of that. Highest interest rate, lowest interest rate. Pay that highest off. Pay that middle, pay that lowest. And I feel like that method works for people who don't need that emotional high. If you don't need that emotional high, do the avalanche method. You'll save it math-wise, logistically, logically. You will save a lot of money. Like on paper, you will save more money. But if you need that emotional hit, use the snowball method. Both methods work, guys. That's what you need to. Avalanche method and snowball method works. It's just how you think. What type of person are you? Do you need that emotional pop to help you along the way, or can you stay steadfast and not, and just keep the train moving in a direction that it's going? You need to know who you are. It's all behavioral. It's all behavior.